Hello, I'm so excited to share with you how you can become confident and in control of your birth and breastfeeding journey. Now, you might be wondering, is this short video really going to be worth my time? Well, here are a few words from one of my previous clients. This is from Sam. Ayla was super supportive and helpful. She gave this first-time mama so many good tips on breastfeeding and answered the 1,000 questions I had for her with positivity and without judgment. I highly recommend. We are constantly getting positive reviews back from moms who say that their breastfeeding journeys are changed for the better and that they are finally loving breastfeeding for the first time without pain or complication. There are so many stories shared online by women every day who haven't tried the Thompson Method. Do any of these sound familiar to you? Painful nipples is just something you have to endure when breastfeeding. Breastfeeding was so painful and so stressful that I was forced to give up before I or my baby was ready. There is so much conflicting, confusing information from the so-called experts that I don't even know where to start. I was rushed through my labor, not given enough time for my first breastfeed, and by the time I arrived home, I had no idea how to feed my baby. Well, what if you understood what the most common contributing factors were to painful nipples? What if you had a single source of reliable birth and breastfeeding information that you didn't need to go searching for help on Google or in random Facebook groups? What if you had the knowledge to confidently advocate for yourself, even in unexpected situations? What if you were able to confidently breastfeed your baby for as long as you choose? Would this solve everything for you? If so, then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Ayla. I'm a certified Thompson Method Breastfeeding Educator, and I help prepare women for birth and breastfeeding so that they have the knowledge and confidence to trust their instincts for a fear-free birth and a pain-free breastfeeding journey. So what makes me so passionate? Well, as a doula and a mom of 3, I found that breastfeeding was so confusing and painful until I found the Thompson Method. With my first 2 babies, I suffered through horribly painful nipple trauma, engorgement, mastitis, oversupply, undersupply, nipple shields, and even a lip tie revision that I thought that we needed. It was so difficult to breastfeed my first 2 babies, and when I got pregnant with my third, I was looked everywhere for more information, for something different. I knew there had to be a better way than what I had been taught with my first 2 babies, and that's when I found the Thompson Method. And I was so excited to learn all the information and then try it out with my third baby. And y'all, it works. I had 0 pain, 0 complications, and was able to love every minute of my breastfeeding journey for 2 years when we decided to stop. Now I understand what causes painful breastfeeding complications and how to help you avoid them. Dr. Robin isn't afraid to speak out about how hospital policies often impede a woman's instinctive ability to give birth and breastfeeding her newborn baby. So what is it about the Thompson Method that makes it so powerful? Well, it's breastfeeding education based on 50 years of experience and PhD research from Dr. Robin Thompson. She's a midwife, a researcher, and a breastfeeding specialist. It's the understanding that what happens during your labor and birth greatly influences your breastfeeding journey. This is not just another program. It's a movement of strong, empowered women who want to be in control of their labor, birth, and breastfeeding journey. And at the core of this evidence-based method is the respect for a woman giving birth to and breastfeeding her baby with gentle, kind, and loving support. In Dr. Robin's PhD research, painful nipple trauma was the #1 reason why women felt forced to give up breastfeeding, which leads to an important question. Why? Why are women suffering horrible nipple trauma and pain? Why are they giving up their breastfeeding journey so early in their journey? Well, that's what Dr. Robin wanted to know. This is what she found. Why do women experience painful nipple trauma in the early postnatal period on discharge from hospital? Well, hospitals are very busy places. Their hospitals don't always appear to be in the best interests of breastfeeding mothers and their babies. Hospital policies often place strict and unrealistic time constraints on the professionals working within the system. And this often leads to a recommendation of induction of labor or other interventions, which might not always be necessary, with the added element of fear or coercion. Finally, in an attempt to get the baby on the breast before they're discharged, forceful techniques are commonly taught, which significantly increases the risk of painful nipple trauma. So, how can I help? How is the information that I share with you going to help you achieve your breastfeeding goals? Well, first you'll learn the gentle, proven method that has helped tens of thousands of women around the world, including myself. You'll receive step-by-step guidance from me on how to create your unique birth and breastfeeding plan with our very own birth plan template. And equally important is that you'll understand what leads to those painful and stressful complications so that you can avoid them. This is a simple 3-step process. Step 1 is providing you with the knowledge about this gentle, proven method and how it's different from what's commonly taught. You'll learn what to expect when choosing to give birth in the hospital system, how you can establish your breastfeeding from the very start, and how you can sustain breastfeeding once you arrive home with your baby. Step 2 is all about guidance in creating your own unique birth and breastfeeding plan. Now, it's important to acknowledge that things don't always go as planned, but creating a plan helps you and those around you understand what's most important to you at any particular time. You'll learn what your rights are and how you can advocate for yourself, and you'll learn how important it is to avoid unnecessary induction of labor and other interventions if possible. And in step 3, you'll learn about the contributing factors to common breastfeeding complications and, more importantly, how you can avoid them. These complications can include painful nipple trauma, breast engorgement, and mastitis. You'll understand what tongue ties are and whether they're actually an issue for your baby. We'll talk about low milk supply and feeling forced to feed your baby formula. Now, of course, I know that there are going to be times when it might be necessary to feed your baby formula, and I fully respect and honor the right of every mother to choose to feed her baby however she deems best. Your instincts will always be right, and you will do what's best for your baby. So, if we look back at the hospital graphic that I shared with you earlier, I'm sure you can agree with me when I say that being knowledgeable and well-informed while giving birth in the hospital reduces your risk of experiencing complications with your labor, birth, and with breastfeeding. And then with the right to support and education and guidance, you are more likely to be in control. So, can you see how having access to this program will help you reduce the risk of painful nipple trauma and complications? And how important it is to be well-informed before you give birth to your baby. Of course, it's your choice. You can choose to continue to search the web for free information about breastfeeding and continue to receive conflicting and confusing information from the so-called experts and other well-meaning people. You can continue to feel anxious, uncertain, or just wing it with your birth and breastfeeding journey. Or you could choose to learn more about how I can help you become fully prepared and confident for your birth and breastfeeding journey with a beautiful breastfeeding program. You can check out my website to register for our next class, or you can click the connect button to schedule a free Q&A session with me and learn more about how I can help you prepare for your unique birth and breastfeeding journey. However, I do need to share that because of the personalized nature of this program, I'm limited with the number of clients I can support each month. So if you're approaching your estimated due date, now is the time to sign up. Even if you feel like you have plenty of time, you'll be surprised at how quickly that time goes by. So, connect with me today. Click the link in the description to learn more or reach out to me if you have questions. Again, you can schedule your free Q&A session with me, check out my website, or register for a class. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching, and whatever you decide, I wish you well with your birth and breastfeeding journey.